Well, now that you have seen what we did on vacation in San Antonio, in the Wimberley, Austin-ish area, and in Maine, I want to show you everything I purchased on vacation. Some of these will be for me, most of them are probably, but some are gifts. So stay tuned. Hi YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about luxury living on a budget, from high-end luxury handbags and small goods to the everyday luxuries of life. If that sounds interesting to you, please make sure you subscribe. Click the bell notification icon to be notified when I post new videos, and be sure to like all the videos that you enjoy. And one of the perks of subscribing to my channel is you get to see my community posts on your YouTube homepage, where I post deals, discount codes, sales, and rare finds related to these beautiful things we love. I'm going to be showing you everything that I purchased in San Antonio, Wimberley, and Maine. I'm not going to say which ones are gifts because some of the gift recipients may be watching and I don't want to ruin any surprises. Let's start with what I got in San Antonio, which is where I got the most stuff, and for the most part, my favorite stuff. San Antonio has fantastic shopping, especially if you really love Mexican products like I do. I like most of my home environment to be calm colors and kind of relaxing and that kind of vibe, but I also have this section of my room right behind my desk where I'm looking, and behind the camera where you can't see, and it is very colorful. And over many years I have collected Mexican products, especially the handmade, hand-painted items, and especially animals. Those are my favorite things. Also am very drawn to the Mexican, some of these are South American products, but they're mostly Mexican. Like this chicken that I got in Key West. They had a store that had Mexican and Guatemalan products down by the harbor. Houston has some places that sell Mexican items like these too, but San Antonio is just a treasure trove, and I found some lovely things, so let me share those with you. Market Square is more the traditional Mexican products, and they tend to be a little less expensive. I have been looking for something like this for years. I really like this. I do wish the sleeves were longer, but I love the white and then the gold embroidery, and I love that it has the birds on either side. It's really pretty, the little lace around the edge. Lovely shirt. I also got some Mexican vanilla, which I've heard is better than American vanilla. I don't really know, but I bought myself a bottle, and I bought bottles for a few other people as well. I picked up this lovely Mexican blanket. I'm a sucker for blankets. This one I thought was really pretty. The colors spoke to me, and I've been looking for a blanket like this for a while, but often when you see them, they're a lot more expensive than this was. This was only about $10 at the market. In addition to that colorful space across from my desk here, in my closet I have a lot of colorful things, one of which is this wood hand-carved, hand-painted flying frog, which I got in New Orleans. I love things like this, so when I saw this at the market, I thought, oh, I have to have it. This is ceramic. It's not carved wood, but it's ceramic and hand-painted, a little lovebird. And you can see it's on this metal frame. It just sits on the wire like that. And I think that was about $7 or $8. And I saw this and really loved it too, and I couldn't resist getting both of them. This is a cockatoo, and this one was only about $15. I'll give you a little spin there so you can see the whole thing and all the colors and the artistry and the little details on the feathers. Very pretty. I would love to have a whole collection of those. I need to have a color room and then a calm room. This is one of the battles that I have with my personal sense of style, is I like sometimes like really colorful things, but most of the time I like more of a calm environment. I cannot resist this stuff. I love it. One of the things I always look for when I go on vacation is jewelry to bring back. It is small, easy to pack, not too heavy, and especially in a place like San Antonio, I look for turquoise. I love turquoise. And I appreciate a finer turquoise set in silver and not like the cheap touristy fake turquoise. So I found at Market Square a jeweler who had a bunch of great stuff. Picked up 3 pendants. They did not know what kind of turquoise they were. If you don't know much about turquoise, it's found in a lot of different places, and I'll just show you the 3 pendants while I'm talking to you about it, but it's named after the mine where it's found. And if you Google turquoise and different kinds of turquoise, you'll see that it really varies. The colors vary, the patterns vary, and these were really beautiful. And well, I guess my point is there's just a lot of variation with turquoise. And I have a small but growing turquoise collection, and it's just something that I really appreciate. So I found those there, and I was very happy to find them and bring them home with me. That was everything from Market Square. Now I'll show you what I got at La Vieta. They have art galleries galleries there. There was a gallery that I went to before that I purchased a painting from, and I was trying to find it because it was a gift that I gave to Paul many years ago. I went into the same gallery and found another piece of artwork to purchase for him, this time a photograph. And this is it. I have to hold it in an angle because it'll reflect the light. It's printed on metal. It's the Beastie Badlands, I think is in Utah. The photographer is Steve Snyder. He's out of Kyle, Texas, and I will link his information below. I'm also going to link Paul's photography website below. Paul is a nature landscape photographer, and he loves national parks and state parks, and that's why I got this one for him. He especially loves the Southwest. But Paul is an incredible photographer in his own right, so I'll link that below. All the other items I got in La Vieta were from the same shop. They had a bunch of things made in Mexico. First off, these two metal blue bonnets that are hand painted. I think they're spray painted. These are in my mother's backyard now. These were a gift to her. I also got this little metal armadillo. Isn't that cute? I got this hand painted cross. Isn't that pretty? Also with a little bird on it. I did find this little terracotta hand painted glass, and I thought, wow, that's really pretty. I'd never seen anything like this before in all the Mexican products that I have looked at, and I thought it was just gorgeous, especially with that bird on it, and I had to have it. It was a little bit pricey. It was like $20 just for the one glass. It's so beautiful. And I also got this little embroidered scrunchie. That was everything from San Antonio. When we went up to Wimberley, there was a glass workshop studio that we went to, and I purchased this little pumpkin there. It's turquoise glass, and then it has like an amber colored stem on it. Very pretty. This is handmade blown glass at that studio. So that was everything from that trip. Now let me show you what I got in Maine, which was not nearly as much as I got on that first trip, partly because it was an airplane trip and I didn't have space to bring a ton back with me, but also partly because there wasn't a whole lot that I was interested in. In our very first stop in Ogunquit, where we had those lobster rolls that were fantastic, I found these. They're both made by the brand Scout, which has a little dachshund as their logo. The store had this lobster print, which is actually called Maine. Maine print, Maine spirit, Maine something. Don't remember now. But I thought, well, that's perfect. Speaking of lobster, I got this Maine lobster sticker. Not sure why, don't know what I'm going to do with it, but had to have it. Also picked up this little Maine stuffed lobster, which will be a gift for someone, and some Maine maple syrup with a moose on the bottle. At the first winery, Bar Harbor Cellars, I got this sticker, and with your tasting they were supposed to give you a wine glass, but we told them we didn't want it because we were on an airplane. We didn't want to open our suitcases back home and find shattered glass everywhere, so instead they gave us this magnet made out of half of a cork. It says Sweet Pea Farm, which is the name of the cow, and then Bar Harbor Cellars, and this little wine charm on the bottom. At the second winery, Winterport Winery, I got this herbed wine dip mix, which I didn't taste there, I just saw when we were checking out. It says it's garlic, onion, parsley, celery seed, chervil. What is that? Chervil? Basil, white pepper, vegetable broth powder, sugar, and salt. And I thought the instructions were interesting. You mix this with a package of softened cream cheese and 4 tablespoons of wine. Interesting. And then chill and enjoy with veggies or crackers or something. Maybe we'll do that over Vlogmas and I can let you know how it is. At the same winery, instead of picking up those fragile wine glasses at the previous winery, at the second one that also had the brewery, we got these glasses. They say Penobscot Bay and they have a sailboat on them, and the sail that we went on was in Penobscot Bay, so this seemed quite appropriate. I carried them in my carry-on instead of putting them in my suitcase, so they made it home well. This package is Paul's. This is from Bennett's Gems and Jewelry. These are guitar picks made out of stones and things. Paul liked these. He plays guitar. He said these are probably not actually practical for playing the guitar with, but he thought they were cool, so I got them for him. And this package is what I got for myself at that shop, which is 2 things. Both of the things I'm about to show you were about $100 each. They were just under $100. I got this turquoise pendant set in silver. The lady at the shop did not know what kind of turquoise it is. If any of you recognize it, please let me know because I'd really like to know. I picked this up because I don't have any turquoise that looks like this, and I thought it was really interesting. The turquoise pendants I got in San Antonio were about $40 each, so huge price difference. I'm used to paying more like $100 for a pendant like this. When I've been in New Mexico, That's about what I've paid when I would go to the rodeo here in Houston, to the turquoise jewelry dealers. It's around there for something similar to this. So the pendants that were in San Antonio were unusually inexpensive compared to what I'm used to. And then this piece, this is from Mid-East Maine, and it's a moonstone. And it's a little unusual compared to most moonstones I've seen, which are more pearly and more solid. This one has striations in it, and it's not so pearlized, and I actually like this a lot better than the other moonstones that I'm familiar with. And like I said, it's from Maine. The stone itself is from Maine, and just thought it was really pretty. So there's my Maine jewelry. I have two more things, and they're very cool. And they're bags. Couldn't get out of here without a bag, right? Okay, first off, both of these are from the same company. It's called Sea Bags. I'll show you the first bag. This is a giant tote. What they do is they take sails from sailboats and they recycle them and make them into bags. Let me explain this just a little bit. They have a bunch of different lines. I'm gonna link their website below so you can check them out. The ones that I was most interested in are ones like this, which are from the vintage line, which means that whatever colors or numbers or writing or designs that you see were actually on the original sail. Most of their other bags, they print designs on them. The vintage bags are a little more expensive. They are 100% one of a kind, so you'll never have two bags that are identical. This particular one has a base that's separate from the rest of the bag. It has a pocket inside, a zippered pocket. It has the snap closure. There's a pocket there, and over there. In the bottom of the bag, there's also that grommet, which does have a hole in it. So it's intended to be used as a wet bag, so water can drain out of it. Like you could take this to the beach, get sandy toys and whatever else all in this, and then just take this and hose it down and let it drain. Very cool. Oh, it also has this giant pocket on the back. But I really love it. I think it's a fantastic beach bag. They're not particularly cheap. That bag, being a vintage bag, it was a little more expensive. And then having all those pockets and the clips, it's a certain kind of bag. I think it's called the Ogunquit bag, just that style. So those two things made that a more expensive bag than most of the rest of theirs. I think they're usually 200-ish, if I remember correctly. That one was about 300-ish. I also picked up, I thought this was just very cool and clever, great design. This piece, this is not vintage. This is one that they have taken and created the design. So they have taken a green sail or dyed green sail and the blue and sewed those pieces on. The original sail did not have that. This is the design of the original Maine flag, so I thought that was cool about it. It's a bucket bag, as you can tell, but the very cool thing about it, oh, of course the handles on these are rope as well, and they do come in a couple different colors. The very cool thing about this is inside the bag, you see all these little pockets. This is an ice bucket, and what you do with the pockets, there are 6 of them, is you put your bottle of beer or cider or whatever else in there. Unfortunately, they do not fit wine bottles, but you fill the rest up with ice, and you could stick a wine bottle in the middle, which is why I bought it. And you use it as a drink bucket at the beach, and the water can just drain out the bottom because it has that grommet again. This particular one, having the Maine flag on it, was a little more expensive. This one was about 120-ish, and because it was the special edition with the Maine flag, and it was some kind of centennial or 150-year anniversary, I don't remember, but because it was a limited edition, it came with this little Sea Bags bottle opener, which the others don't come with. That's what I bought in Maine. I also picked up this t-shirt, which says Maine. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed and got some good ideas. I will link what I can in the description box below. I hope you and your loved ones are doing well, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.